Here we go. Welcome back to the Game Smash podcast. As always, I'm your host, William Liberty, and with me is...
Fawaz Muhammad Yusuf.
And we're back. It's 2016. We're podcast 51. It's all uphill from here.
All uphill from here. Yeah. Happy New Year to all our viewers, and looking to have another awesome podcast year.
Yeah. Before we get into the news, let's talk about what we played for the holidays. I bought a shit ton of games.
Damn, really?
Yeah, I bought Her Story, I bought Tales of the Borderlands, I bought Fire Emblem Awakening, the Team Ico collection, FF10 collection, Splatoon, and yeah, that's pretty much what I bought, and I played 2 of them mostly. Because I played a crap ton of Fire Emblem over the holidays.
Oh, okay. Which one?
The 3DS one that just came out, the newest one.
Oh, okay.
And it's actually really fun. Like, it's a really, really fun game. I realize I'm playing it on probably the most, like, you're a fucking pussy mode ever. Because that game is you're supposed to play it on kind of hard and classic, in which when your characters die, they're gone forever.
Permadeath.
Permadeath, yeah. But I decided that, you know what, I want to relax. So I decided to play it on normal mode, which is kind of the easy mode, and no permadeath. But honestly, like, the game is still fun while playing it that way. Like, it's not like it's not.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's not like the game is like. It's not like the game is, like, completely a cakewalk. Like, it's still sometimes hard because, like, you have to fully understand, like, what classes counter what. Like, for example, like, even though I'm playing on easy mode, if you're using there's a class called Pegasus Knight, which you ride like a Pegasus, right? Like, there's a character who rides a Pegasus. The thing about that class in particular is that they take a lot of damage from arrows. So I've had situations where I'll just be flying around with this character on the grid, and all of a sudden, oh, I didn't realize that guy was an archer. Oh, she's dead now. Like, just one hit can just completely wipe some characters. But it's a lot of fun. And I just played the hell out of that. And I like the grid-based system, and it's really interesting. It was kind of interesting to know. I researched it later on that this was meant to be like the last Fire Emblem game.
Okay.
Like, literally, it was like, Fire Emblem's not selling well enough. This is going to be the last one. Let's put all our effort into making this one just really good. And it shows, because this game's got a lot of content. Like, damn. And then the other game I played a lot of was Splatoon. I just picked that up recently, and that game is also a lot of fun.
What game? Sorry.
Splatoon.
Yes. I always thought you owned Splatoon.
Well, it's because I was like, I don't know. I don't want to pay full price for it. And I just said, fuck it. I got some extra money for Christmas, so I was like, screw it. So I picked that up right away. First things first, I was like, oh god, motion controls. And then I was like, oh wait, I can turn them off. Okay, thank god.
Nice. So yeah, how is the game?
Game is good. It's a lot of fun. There's certain there's one gripe that I have about the game, and it's just when you go into the lobby mode, which is like, it's 4v4, so it's matches with 8 people, but it's teams of 4. The biggest problem I have is that there's certain guns that do different things. Like, there's the splatter shot, which is just a good, like, submachine gun. There's the sniper rifle kind of. Yeah, exactly. There's the roller, which is like the paintbrush kind of thing. And I feel like what happens is that you kind of want to hope for a team that has like a multitude of these weapons instead of all having the same weapon. And unfortunately, there's no way to kind of like tell your team, like, you can't switch on the fly. So basically, how it goes is that you start a game and it's like, oh great, we all have rollers. We're fucked because we have no
Uh,
range. Or you get the situation like, oh good, 3 of our teammates have snipers. Like, that's great for
yes, and
killing. That's great for killing guys, but it's not great for painting the map.
uh, and
But
there's no sorry, yeah.
um, but overall, like it's still a lot of fun. But so go ahead with your question.
I was gonna say, and there's no way to tell your teammates because Nintendo saw fit to not add voice chats.
Yeah, I don't blame them for
Sorry.
that because boy would this like they would get like there would be a lot of terrible things being said. And they get away with a lot of stuff with the Miiverse posts that get posted in the plaza.
Yeah, yeah.
But
You know me. I've
yeah.
already said like my do on the whole voice chat thing. I think it's bullshit, and I think
Mhm.
it's presumptuous.
Mhm.
And I think it's condescending too. It's like, oh no, we're not gonna give you guys voice chat because everybody online is a prick. And I'm like, not really. I haven't dealt with a screaming 12-year-old ever since Microsoft introduced parties like almost 10 years ago. So
Yeah.
for me, I'm like, no, no, there's no excuse. You're just being Nintendo. But hey, you know what? They already went out of their comfort zone. They made a new IP in a
Yeah.
new genre. So hey, we gotta give them something. So you know
Give
what?
him
I'll
some
give
some
I'll give
credit.
them the voice chat, and the game looks awesome and
Oh,
stuff.
the
So
game
yeah,
does look awesome, and it also sounds really good. Like I love how when you turn into a squid, the actual background music kind of gets muted, like you're actually kind of like covering your ears or something like that.
okay,
So that's a really neat effect. And also, it's a really odd, but it's when you go into the shops, you can switch from shop to shop by hitting a button. And when you do it, there's like a little weird like DJ scratch, like record scratch when you do it, and it's
yeah.
really endearing because it's like you hit the switch shops and it just goes like, and then it switches music and and whatnot.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh sweet. So I just started like spamming it to see how it would sound it, and it sounded pretty awesome. But anyway, I think it's a really cool game, and that's what I played. What about you,
Oh,
Forwards?
yeah, well, I was on the road all holidays,
Yeah,
so the only game I could really play was Hearthstone because I didn't take my PS4 with me, but I only took my laptop.
yeah,
These are the kind of things that I bought my Vita for, but yeah.
yeah.
So I primarily played Hearthstone.
Yeah.
I got back into it instead of playing this aggressive Shaman deck because like Shaman was always the class that I liked playing, but
Yeah,
Shaman
yeah.
hasn't been very good for a while.
Right.
And there's finally a version of Shaman that's like one of the best decks in the game. I mean, it's a very very aggressive deck, kind of like Face Hunter,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's kind of a deck that gets you a lot of hate. Although I'm surprised nobody has added me because what happens when you beat people? They add you
Mm-hmm.
to talk shit.
Yeah.
Basic stuff. I slept with your mom, all that good stuff.
Quality
But
conversations.
yeah, quality conversation. But no one has added me yet, so I guess I'm playing the deck wrong. Because I'm not getting a whole lot of hate on it. But yeah, that's primarily what I played. So I started the year the way I ended it on Hearthstone. On Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's really nothing I'm looking forward to this month. So it's gonna be interesting to see how I fill out this what we've been playing for the month. But because yeah, all the games that I was looking forward to, there's nothing I'm looking forward to in January. But I
Yeah.
digress. I digress.
uh,
Moving on to the awesome news.
all right.
First bit of news of the year, Tanner. You want to hit him with it?
Oh, I got some news for you. We got delays. Tons and tons of delays. Oh boy.
Yep.
Yep. So I'll go
Yeah.
through the list. Some of them are bad. Some of them are not as bad. All right. Basically, let's get with the first one anyway. Uncharted 4 got moved to April. It was supposed to come out in March. So that's not that bad, but still, like, you gotta make sure that Nathan Drake doesn't just stand there and do nothing. We gotta make sure that doesn't happen again. So
Yeah.
sure, that's fair. That's fair. It's kind of similar to the whole like Last of Us was supposed to come out in May, but then it got delayed to like June.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
like that happened. So like that's not that bad. A month delay is not bad at all. The
Yeah.
Scalebound delay is really bad.
Yeah.
That got delayed to 2017.
Yeah, it went from a holiday game this year to a 2017 game. And not even like it's probably going to be an early 2017 game,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't even know that for a fact. So hey, it might end up getting um, pushed to like summer of 2017 or something terrible
Oh
like that.
boy.
That's really messed up. That's really unfortunate. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's gonna be a while before we see this new Platinum game, which really sucks because Platinum's pretty good,
Platinum's
pretty
pretty
good.
damn good.
And then just Recore got delayed to later this year because I guess Recore was supposed to come out a lot sooner in 2016,
Yeah,
and now it's
that
been delayed.
they were like spring 2016 when they announced it at
Mm-hmm.
E3. But I mean, like I never had faith in that and
Yeah,
in
me,
that
me neither.
release because we hadn't seen anything. We don't even know what genre this game
Well,
is.
yeah, we literally
So
know nothing. Yeah.
yeah, so I can't say I'm too surprised. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
at this point it is what it is. I wish developers would just stop announcing release dates until they know for sure. Because like I went on a rant about this a couple episodes before. When was the last time Blizzard announced a delay?
It's been a while. Can't really think of
Yeah,
it.
because Blizzard just don't announce release dates. When it's done. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
when are we going to get our hands on this game? When it's done.
Yeah.
Like, and then their games still sell like hotcakes, so obviously that doesn't affect their sales at all. I mean, okay, it's Blizzard, so like, no, maybe
Yeah.
not everyone can do it, but I'm just like, I don't see any reason why you can't just hold off on announcing a release date until you're sure. Because I mean, sure, like shit happens, right? Like the Uncharted
Mm-hmm.
delay, it's only a month, right? So
Yeah.
obviously it's one of those things where they just maybe found some bugs, some last minute bugs that they can fix, right? But
Yeah.
you're looking
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
games getting delayed, like the Deus Ex one got delayed from February to August. That's a game that was never not anywhere close to being released when they announced the release date, right?
Yeah.
And shit like that. So anyway, I'm not. I already. I mean, you want to hear my rant? Go check out episode 48 or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But moving on.
But yeah, just ugh. I just wanted to cover before we move on, just overall what the news is going to be about because I kind of weirdly forgot to do that.
Yeah, sorry, that was my
No, no,
bad.
no, no. It's all good. It's all good. I'm just going to cover it real quick. We're going to just moving on from delays. We're going to be talking about games with gold, Smash news, Tekken 7, Akuma reveal, a new alien for XCOM 2, Psychonauts getting funded, Activision, Blizzard acquiring Major League Gaming, and Kojima and Sony officially announcing a partnership. But let's get into those games with gold. Yeah. All right. Got quite the list for you. We got Grim Fandango,
That's
hardware,
PlayStation Plus.
PlayStation Plus. God damn it. God damn it. PlayStation Plus, whatever. Grim Fandango, hardware rivals. We also got Dragon Age Origins for the PS3, Medal Honor Warfighter. God, that name's terrible. Legends of War and Mia Lumbra.
Yeah.
First thing I will say, Grim Fandango is a good thing to get for free. Dragon Age Origins is also a pretty solid game, but it's for PS3, so I mean, great for people who are still playing on the PS3. But a lot of people who tried to move to this generation are like, what the fuck? And I also
Yeah.
want to point out how shittily short the PlayStation Plus video that got released is. Like,
Yeah.
it's 30 seconds long.
Yeah, they don't cover the PS3 or the Vita games anymore, which actually which begs the question: are they going to cut? Do you think they're going to cut the PS3 and the Vita games down the line? I mean, I have to assume that this is going at some point this year. We're going to stop getting free games on the PS3 because I mean, this is the PS3's what 10th anniversary this year.
Yeah.
Like Sony's plan has always been 10 years for every console. So it
Mm-hmm.
would make sense if they stop supporting it, and I'm in full support of that because it's like, first of all, they've given away so many free games on the PS3, so many quality free games on
Yes.
the PS3,
Yes.
mind you, and then
Mm-hmm.
on top of that, like I feel like if they cut the PS3 games, then it will allow them. It will at least give them the option of giving us more PS4 games. Because
Yes.
I mean, every month, like the months have been very disappointing, personally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like this month, for example, Green Fandango, I have no interest in that whatsoever.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I mean, the other one, what was it again? The Trial Wars or whatever that thing is
Hard
called.
Oh, you mean
Hardware Wars,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
or yeah, I'm gonna check that out because I mean it's free and it looks interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
But I tried to watch some gameplay and I found myself falling asleep. So that's never a good sign. But hey, there's some games that are better to play than they are to watch, like Skyrim, for example. So
Yeah,
I'll give
exactly.
it a shot, see what's up. But overall, not a very good list. The Xbox list is a little better.
All right.
It's got Killer Instinct Season 1.
All right. Okay.
Zerds. Am I pronouncing that right? You know, I don't care. Dirt Showdown and Deus Ex Human Revolution. So not a bad list at all. I'm
Yeah.
I'm really happy to see them giving Killer Instinct a little more a lot of support. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
I've
because personally for me, that's the one game that I'm really upset that I can't have. Like
yeah
that's the one game. Fuck, I wish I could play that.
yeah.
For me personally.
Mhm. So yeah, they're gonna add the season one, the Ultra Edition. So I
Hmm.
think it's gonna have like the original killer, whatever. It's season one, so all the season one characters and a bunch of costumes and some shit like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then Deus Ex Human Revolution. Oh, real quick, actually, a little small tidbit of news for
Hmm.
a small tidbit of Killer Instinct news. They,
Okay.
they had a Killer Instinct stream recently, and at the very end, they mentioned that Tusk is officially confirmed for season 3.
Oh
And
wow.
Gorgon, the boss from Killer Instinct 2, I believe, has been implied because what's his name? Omen, the character from season 2, he's
Yeah, yeah,
called the Herald of Gorgon. So I'll be very surprised if Gorgon doesn't end up
yeah,
being
yeah,
in the
yeah,
game. They also mentioned that Idol is they're probably not going to bring Idol back. That's the boss from season 1.
yeah.
So that gives us Rash, Kim Woo, Gorgon, and one other character that I can't remember off the top of my head. And I know I'm going to be so embarrassed when I realize who it is. But yeah, gives us 4 characters so far confirmed. And
Hmm.
since the season usually has 8 or 9, that means that almost half of the season 3 characters are going to be brand new, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I've liked a lot of the brand new characters. Like I really liked what's her name, Hisako. I really liked
Oh yeah,
Hisako, and
Hasako's great.
yeah,
Like yeah, like no, it like they're like just tangent on Killer Instinct is that every single character that they've added to the list has been pretty damn awesome in their own unique way. Like
pretty
and
damn
that's
awesome.
that's how you do it. That's for me. That's how you do. Because the worst thing to do, and I know Smash has this problem. The worst thing to do is to have clone characters, in my opinion,
Yeah,
because then it's like, what's the point? Like,
what's the
yeah,
point?
it looks, yeah, it's mostly just, oh, but this character looks cooler than this one, and it's like, but they're still the same character mechanically. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
But that
and
that
that's
bothered me for whatever
Yeah, and
reason.
that's the good thing about the quote unquote good thing about releasing the characters in seasons is that they have to make the characters unique to convince people to buy them.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah, yeah.
so
But yeah, I'm definitely excited to, because I mean, I really enjoyed covering season 2 on the
hmm,
podcast, so I'm excited to cover every single season 3 character. And then we're
yeah.
going to be flip flopping between covering the season 3 characters for Killer Instinct and the DLC characters for Street Fighter 5. So yeah.
That'll be
Um,
fun. That'll be fun.
yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. But overall, decent month for games with gold, kind of shitty month for PlayStation Plus. Although, if I play Hardware Rivals and that game ends up being fun, I'll take that back. But
Yeah.
right now, I have just nothing that looks interesting to me.
Yeah. Like, the only two games that stand out for me are Grim Fandango and Dragon Age. But I already have Dragon Age, so
Yeah,
I
I've
don't need to.
already
I don't
played
need to
that.
download it again. Like, it's a good game, but I don't need to download it again. Moving on, we have a bunch of Smash news got revealed. So Cloud got officially announced for Smash. Corrin from Fire Emblem Fates and Bayonetta also
Yeah.
won the ballot for Smash, which was the whole like vote for your character.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very interesting when they started playing Final Fantasy music. I was like, oh no, please, no, not her, anyone but her. Oh no, not Lightning. And then I was like, okay, thank God, it's 7. Okay, it's gonna be Cloud. Although I was like, wouldn't it be hilarious if it's like Final Fantasy 7 and it just cuts to like Yuffie?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that would be
Oh
that would
my
be
god.
so good.
That's something
Oh.
I'd expect from like Ono, but yeah,
Uh,
not from Square. As much as I shit on them, I mean they're not complete idiots or trolls. So yeah, that would have been
uh,
unfortunate, but not a bad list of characters. You know what's funny is that because people have been asking for Bayonetta for so long, I honestly thought she was already in the game.
what? You thought
Yeah, I
Bayon
don't know
you thought Bayonetta
because
was already in the game?
I thought Bayonetta was already in the game because Nintendo have this really cool relationship
Platinum?
with Platinum,
Mm-hmm.
and Bayonetta 2 is an exclusive to the Wii U, and then like in a lot of places I've heard her mentioned in the same breath as Smash Brothers. So I honestly thought she was either already in the game or already confirmed. So
I
when
think
she was announced, I
yeah.
was like, oh wait, oh wow, I'm an idiot. But yeah, it's pretty interesting because like the Nintendo universe is so sexless,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there's
yeah.
no, it's just so it's like a it's like an episode of the Teletubbies, right? And then you have Bayonetta, who is so heavily sexual that it's such a weird mishmash. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah. The only other character that is a little bit sexual is that you could kind of say Zero Suit Samus, but
yeah,
other
but
than
that
that, for the most part, it's a relatively not risque cast. So that's why it was like, really, Bayonetta? Oh, okay, whatever.
but no,
And
she fits
she
in
does
really well. I was kind of disappointed by the trailer though, because I mean she's got such a wide list of weapons that she can use, and most of the trailer she was just using her guns.
Well, I guess they wanted to go with one. They wanted to go with the weapons that are like most people know. Like like I wouldn't say a lot of people know her for her like giant claw weapon or anything like
No,
that. Like people know her for her freaking gun heel. So I guess it just made more sense when they were probably planning out the character. Like, look, it just let's use the weapons that most people know her for. It's just the gun shoes. Like
yeah,
it
but
just
I was hoping they'd do something kind of like what UMVC 3 did with Dante, where I mean, sure, like her default will be the classic, the gun shoes, the guns
mm-hmm.
and the gun shoes. But then you have the move where she uses the samurai sword. You have the move where she brings out the bazooka tonfas. I mean, also
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
based on the Bayonetta. This is based on Bayonetta 2, right? Not Bayonetta.
No, it's
So
it's both.
it's
You there
both.
there are costumes that allow you to make her look like Bayonetta 1 and
Uh,
Bayonetta 2.
Okay, so yeah, like the ice skates, the snake whip. I mean, she's got some really cool, unique weapons, and I was hoping to see more of them in it. Now, I mean, granted, maybe she does have them, and they just didn't show them in the trailer, or maybe there was like brief glimpses of them in the trailer that I just missed. But in
Hmm.
general, yeah, I was kind of disappointed with that aspect. But overall, yeah, cool to see Bayonetta. These are the last batch of DLC characters for Smash, by the way.
Yeah,
Uh,
so unfortunately, if you were still holding up for your character to bend up and smash, unfortunately, no, that time has passed. So a lot of people who were hoping for Shovel Knight were really like teed off.
uh,
And I
uh-huh.
can understand. Like honestly, I wasn't disappointed with Bayonetta making it in because I think overall she's gonna be a fun character to use, and her witch time is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool part of the trailer. Yeah.
Um, so I was happy about that. I will admit though, even though I was like, really guys, another Fire Emblem character. You have like 9 Fire Emblem characters. Like I've played Fire Emblem now. It's a pretty good game. I don't think it deserves 9 slots. Uh, but one thing I will say is that I like that he is not just a regular sword character. Is that he's more of like a weird lance character in a weird way. Like he's got like stances. He's got like range with his spear. So I will admit that that looks really cool, and I think that will be interesting. But I don't know. We'll have to see more. But overall, I think these are a pretty good way to end the list of Smash.
Yeah, no, not a bad mix. You have a cloud favorite, a cloud favorite. You have a crowd favorite.
The puns are
Cloud.
coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, Fawaz, the secret has been revealed. Uh,
You have the character that won the popularity poll in Bayonetta, and then you have a character that's promoting a brand new game that's coming out in Korea.
yeah.
So, nice little mix of of guest characters there.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Good stuff.
can't hate on Nintendo too much for that.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Another cool
Yeah, but
character
yes,
that got announced for Tekken 7, Akuma, got revealed for Tekken 7.
it's one of those things that if I didn't see the trailer with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it. I would not have believed it. I was watching the trailer and I still didn't completely believe it. I was like, Akuma in Tekken 7? Oh, so this is why he couldn't make it into Street Fighter 5. Without
Yeah, like that.
In the Mishima drama. The trailer really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had seen that trailer live because it doesn't, like when you watch it on YouTube, like the trailer is called Akuma in Tekken 7, right? But like live, it's like there's a lot of like what's his name? Heihachi's wife is saying some shit about how she's talking to someone and she's talking about how if I fail or something like that, I need you to kill Heihachi, and then there's an outline in the back that looks like Heihachi, right?
Yeah.
But then he speaks and then he just looks over his shoulder and you see the red eye and you're like, no, and then he just the pose, he just does the classic pose, the tattoo pops up, and I'm like, oh my god. I had no interest in Tekken 7, I still have no interest in that game. But this definitely increased my interest. So, from 0 to like 5% or something like that.
Yeah. Like, I will admit, I will admit, this is the one Tekken that I have been interested in overall.
Yeah, same here.
But I will admit that this trailer was badass, and it was just really, really good to see good old Akuma show up.
Yeah, such a badass trailer. And then another thing of note is that this is it's a re-release of Tekken 7 for the arcades, right? So it's called Tekken 7 Fated Retribution, and it's using a brand new graphics engine. The game actually looks really cool because one of the things is when I saw the original reveal for Tekken 7, one of the reasons why I lost interest very quickly was because one, they were using the same models from Tekken 6, and they were using a slightly updated version of the engine from Tekken 7. Okay, now, just for the record, I don't actually know if it's a brand new engine, but it looks so much better. Like, I was watching the trailer, and I noticed, I was like, wow, the characters look so much better now. And a lot of the characters got like brand new costumes, so new models and things like that. So, man, I might end up picking the game up depending on when it comes stateside. We've got a relatively big Tekken scene in Ottawa, so I might pick it up, try the game out competitively and shit.
Yeah, honestly, I'm excited, but I still feel like the only fighter that I might buy this year is going to be Street Fighter 5.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to that. I'm so looking forward to you buying Street Fighter 5.
Oh, it's going to be fucking rough. I'm going to fucking suck so hard. You will literally get to see how bad I am at fighting games firsthand.
Hey, we all have to start somewhere.
That's true. But next on the list, they recently announced a new alien for XCOM 2. And it's the Gatekeeper. Oh, Fawaz, you're gonna play the game. It doesn't matter. It's not like you're not gonna be able to play the game. So, you gotta move on. You gotta be strong. Anyway, but just for interest's sake, the Gatekeeper is really interesting because he's basically, he looks like a portal robot. Like, he looks like a little, sphere with an eye.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And he gets to shoot a giant fucking laser out of his eye. So the trailer was hilarious because it was just him, charging his laser and just blasting people away. So it was like, zoom, boom, and then just, your soldier just flies across the screen. But the best part about him, though, is that he changes. He's got two forms. He's got his floaty orb form that just lasers people to death, and then he shoots out tentacles in a second form and brings people back to life.
Oh shit!
As a zombie. So basically, he's a mecha chrysalis.
Wow.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun. From what I could tell, he looks like an endgame alien. I don't think this is an alien that would be near the beginning of the game.
Yeah, makes sense.
So at that point, you're gonna have to be able to deal with him. But boy, the idea of a flying chrysalis is very terrifying to me.
Speaking of which, have they announced chrysalids for this game
Oh
yet?
yes, they have.
Oh, okay.
The Chrysalids in XCOM 2 can burrow now. Oh
Whoa.
yeah, and you should have seen the trailer reaction. That they showed that at like a little panel, and the crowd reaction was like, "Fuck."
So like they can just be hiding and you'll walk into like a chrysalis trap?
Yep.
That sounds like fun.
Oh, it sounds like a lot of fun. They also announced a couple other aliens. I think there was one where it actually hides in the bodies of civilians.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you might be walking around like, oh, we gotta save the civilian. And it's like, is this a civilian? Or is this an alien?
Surprise!
Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of. It seems like a lot of the new alien types in this game are more about, like, catching you off guard. Which I kinda like. Because it's less like, alright, I'm just gonna camp like a bitch and let them come to me. You know, which is what I do in XCOM. But I like how in this, it seems like what they're pushing is like, no, no, no. You only got a certain amount of time to get things done, and you really need to like be able to adapt on the fly, which I like. Like I find that really interesting, new mechanic, and it makes more sense because this is guerrilla fighting. Like they've talked about how like XCOM 2, you're not a huge army, you're more like in a guerrilla force. So sneaking around and adapting to the fly makes a lot more sense. But yeah, just excited for XCOM 2, another cool alien design. Psychonauts 2 got funded, so yay!
Yay,
Um,
Psychonauts 2.
oh yeah. So I was excited. I was surprised it didn't get funded sooner, but I guess honestly it kind of makes sense because Tim Schafer's last Kickstarter game that took a while to be funded and took forever to be released was kind of like a mixed bag. Like I'm talking about Broken Age.
Yeah.
Because I actually got my hands on Broken Age, and I know it's the dreaded point and click adventure game, but to be fair, like the tone was really good and the art style was really great. It's just too bad that the game was split into two parts, which really hurt it. And it also was really bad that the puzzles started making a lot less sense in part 2. Like that's the worst. That's the worst thing you can have in a puzzle game, in which it's not like, oh, that makes sense. It's you scratch
It's
your head.
just trial and error, right?
It's not. It's not even. It's just more like, how the fuck was I supposed to be able to figure that out? Like what? Like what hint was supposed to make that make sense? Like, unfortunately, Broken Age has that. So I'm hoping that Psychonauts doesn't have a lot of shit like that, but I don't think Psychonauts isn't really a puzzle game. Psychonauts is supposed to be more like a puzzle, not puzzle, more like a platformer.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it will be a pretty solid platformer overall, but we'll see.
I on the comment section for the announcement was a lot more negative than I thought it would be. Because you see, I didn't follow the Broken Age development because I don't give three shits about that game, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
So all the controversy around it completely missed me, right?
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
I read the comment section for the Psychonauts 2 announcement. I was expecting to see people excited, because I always see, I never played Psychonauts, but people always talk about how Psychonauts was one of the best, when people talk about games, good games that didn't sell well, they talk about Ukami and talk about Psychonauts. Those are the two games that are almost on every single good game that didn't sell well's list. So once I heard Psychonauts 2 got funded, I expected to see people excited in the comments section. We're talking about how Tim Schafer, that's his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't handle the development of Broken Age very well. He mismanaged the resources and a bunch of other stuff. I couldn't find any official articles about this, but a lot of people in the comment section said this. So I mean, there has to be some element of truth to it because hey, no one ever goes on the internet and lies, right?
Yeah, clearly.
But either way, yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic.
To be fair though, Broken Age was technically his first bout into Kickstarter, so clearly there's a lot of learning that you have to There's people that they understand Kickstarter from the get go, and then there's just people that are kind of confused by it. And I can understand when he's used to working with actual publishers and companies that switching to Kickstarter would be a little bit okay, yeah, let's do this. So I can kind of understand like probably what happened, but I'm hoping that he learned from his mistakes in Broken Age, and hopefully this game comes out really well.
Yeah.
Next on the list, Activision Blizzard acquires Major League Gaming. So what do you think about this, Flaws?
So, Major League Gaming, similar to Broken Age, was something that I just did not care about at all.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
MLG because the only competitive games I really follow are fighting games, and MLG and the fighting games have had a very tumultuous relationship in the past. Because like fighting games they try to be very, because MLG is trying to be very professional. People in suits, like ESPN. No cursing, no sexually explicit lyrics, all that stuff. Everyone like gets up and shakes hands. There's no talking shit.
Yeah.
And then, like, the fighting game community is literally the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
the opposite of everything I just said. So, in the past,
people take their shirts off.
Yes, people take their shirts off in the middle of tournaments. People talk all kinds of crap. Yeah, so MLG and fighting games have always had a very bad relationship in the past. I haven't really followed MLG. Now, with that said, Activision, they came out and they said, after they purchased MLG, that they want to make MLG the esports of the ESPN of esports, right? Okay. So that's pretty interesting because, like I said, I didn't care about MLG at all in the past. So at the end of the day, it can only get better for me, right? Like my perception of them can only improve because it went from nothing. I'm working with nothing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Activision is probably the best possible company that could have bought this because they have a lot of they have a lot of games that are popular esports games. They've got Hearthstone, which is one of the most popular right now. They've got StarCraft 2, which is the original. They've got Heroes of the Storm. They've got Overwatch coming. So they've got a nice list of owned games. And then on top of that, they're probably going to try to strike deals with other companies and stuff like that. Overall, I like the idea. Because I mean, I love Twitch. But one issue with Twitch is that it's anyone can stream, right? Yeah. So sometimes it's difficult to find quality content on stream. So if they turn MLG into like an app that you can use on your PlayStation, where you can boot it up, and you can either watch like some tournaments, some high level tournaments of certain games, or you can watch some people discussing the aftermath of some shit that went down during a certain game or something like that. I can definitely see this being good. Obviously, it all depends on how it's handled.
Absolutely.
And one other thing is that this could be the chance to open up esports to console gamers, right? Because historically speaking, console games are not very big in esports. You talk about the top 4 games on Twitch. It's Hearthstone, Dota, League of Legends, and Counter-Strike Go. None of those games are on consoles. Yeah. I think Counter-Strike Go is on consoles, but no one plays it on consoles. So with Street Fighter 5 coming out this year and Overwatch coming out, and sure, Overwatch is going to primarily be played on PC, but I think it's going to have a pretty big console market as well. And then what's the other one? Battleborn coming out this year. There's a good chance for a decent number of console gamers or console games to make this list, to sneak into the esports list. So overall, this is probably the best time that Activision could have done it, and Activision is probably the best company that could have done it. So all in all, I like what I've heard so far. Let's see if they implement it well.
Yeah, like that's the biggest thing. It's like if this is a good idea on paper, but if it's implemented poorly, then it's just nothing's gonna change. Like it's just gonna be
AKA Sony Special.
Yeah, the Sony Special. Oh God. So moving on to Sony news. Great segue. This is actually really good Sony news. Kojima and Sony officially announced a partnership for a console-exclusive game on the PS4. Just before we get into the actual the meat of this, I just wanted to point out in the video. I like to say Andrew House looks just super happy in the video. Like he just looks like he's the happiest man in the world. He's got the biggest smile. It's like, oh, I'm sitting next to Kojima. It's all good. It's all great. I don't know. I was really that's what made the video. It wasn't Kojima. Like it was just him next to him, just with the biggest smile on his face. I don't know. It was just fun, and unlike some other people
Yeah.
who've tried to do Japanese, he's also he was pretty good at Japanese. Actually, pretty good at speaking it. So
Yeah.
yeah, like he didn't fuck up like during that one guy during Call of Duty Black Ops 3 or whatever. Couldn't even pronounce. But yeah, no, I'm actually really excited for this. So it's officially stated he's left Konami. He's not on a work vacation, which is what Konami was trying to tell everyone for a long time, which no one believed. So he's officially his contract officially was done in December 15th. So it's 2016 is a whole new year for Kojima, and I guess what makes me happy is that one, I'm really glad that he did partner up with Sony in particular, is because Kojima's games are really good, but he needs a lot of money. Like that's the thing, is that his games like Metal Gear was a really expensive game to make. It's a good game, even though I have problems with it, but it's a good game, really expensive to make. So I'm glad that he partnered with someone who has a lot of money. And it makes sense for him to partner with Sony because Metal Gear started on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Like this is just a very
It makes sense. Yeah.
But what do you think about this overall?
Overall, it's obviously I'm biased. I own a PlayStation, so I'm excited to hear that whatever he's building will at the very least be on PlayStation. It's probably not going. It may or may not end up being exclusive to PlayStation. You know how these things go, but at the very least, it's going to be on PlayStation, which is really all that matters to me in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. So right there, right out the gate, I'm happy. I'm happy about that. Now, I mean, with that said, I haven't played and enjoyed a Kojima game in a very long time. Now, partly because I haven't played a Kojima game in a very long time. I didn't play MGS3. I didn't like MGS4. Didn't play Peacekeepers. Didn't buy MGS5. Skipped out MGS3. The last Metal Gear Solid that I played and really liked was 2. Right? Obviously, I'm a little. I'm skeptical because this isn't like when Itagaki was talking about how he's making a brand new game, and I was like, oh shit, the guy that made Ninja Gaiden 2. There's no fresh memory of a fun Kojima game at the back of my mind. With that said, I'm always game. I'm always open-minded because Kojima's a very good creative director, developer, whatever his position is. Kojima is good at whatever it is that he does, right?
He's a good director, and he usually has really, really good ideas that people haven't really thought of.
Yeah, so I am excited to see what he does with this. I'm really excited to see what game they end up developing. Now, hopefully, Sony doesn't do the Sony bend with this game and make us wait like 6 years to see what this game is. Hopefully, obviously, we're not going to hear anything about this game this year. I'll be very surprised if we do. But hopefully, maybe next year we can get like a trailer, at least an idea, at least a name, a logo, something, right? But overall, this is good news. Like I said, no matter how this plays out, it's going to be on the PlayStation, which is all I want. So I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. I'm excited for all he's got to do, rebrand the game, Quiet Mountains, and that's all you gotta do. Just rebrand the game to Quiet Mountains, and you're gold. You're gold.
Quiet Mountains? I think I'm gonna talk about plastic tires.
No. What would be his next game? I think his next game would be like Chrome. Like Chrome Box or something like that. I don't know. What's another name for gear?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't think of it. I would like to see a new Zone of Enders. Obviously not a Zone of Enders because I think Konami own the rights to that, but I would like to see a
Area of Finishers. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Brand new Area of Finishers game.
I really want to see something just ridiculously like this is clearly just the same thing but the name switched. Oh god.
Yeah, hit us with a what's that, ukulele? It'd be like, this isn't Banjo Kazooie.
No, what are you talking about? This is a completely different game.
Oh my
Oh
god. It's named
god.
after, oh my god, it's named after another instrument. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on to a very interesting question of the day.
Oh,
Boy,
is
am
it
I
from J
excited.
Streets? Oh boy, here we
This
go.
is from J Street. Okay, so let me read the question out. Okay, I think you guys will love this one. Which female, game, or male, no judgment
No
here,
judgment.
character would you bang? Which one would you marry and which one would you kill? I'm pretty sure I know the answer to the third one for you, Tanner, but hey,
Hmm.
as always, why? I think this one will be entertaining. Yes,
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 this
it
would be
most
pretty
certainly will.
entertaining.
Okay, so I'll let you go first.
All right, because we'll switch. I'll say mine, and then you say yours, and then we'll go down the category.
Yeah.
Character that I would bang. All right, well, okay. I gotta make a specific. There's gotta be specific. So, people who've played Twilight Princess, right? Zelda Twilight
Oh,
Princess, right?
I like where this is going.
At the very end of the game, you see Midna's true form. Like Midna's true form, right? She is fucking hot. Like, goddamn. Like, I remember seeing that for the first time and going, holy shit. And even the game goes, what? Did you not realize I was that damn good? Like, literally, the game just flat out, there's a line where Midna's like, what, did you not think I was this beautiful? And Link's just like, holy shit. I don't know, it's like, she's really fucking hot. Like, she's really fucking hot. But specifically in that moment. In that moment. I guess I could throw in a guy. Who would I bang?
Wait, what?
Well, I'd be equal. I'm just gonna be equal. I'll say a girl I'd bang and a guy I'd bang. Might as well do both categories.
Hey, you know what? Why not?
Why not? I don't know. I think who's that guy from Mass Effect? He's got like a giant fucking chest. Shit. I can't think of his name though. He's got like.
I can't see it right now.
I can't think of his name. Damn it. Oh,
Which
fuck it.
Mass
I'm just gonna say Caden because he seemed like he'd be good in bed. I don't know.
Oh my god. Which Mass Effect are we talking about?
I don't know. Well, Caden was in all the Mass Effects, so.
Wait, Aiden?
Yeah, Caden.
Oh wait, well, are you talking about Garrus then?
No, not Garrus. Well, I don't know. I don't think Garrus would be that good in bed, to be honest. Like I mean, you've played Mass Effect 2. Like he's awkward enough.
Oh man.
All right,
well,
I guess that's my answer. All right, can you top that?
No, I don't think I can. So I'm gonna go with Chun-Li.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, because I okay, this, you know what, like,
Yeah, I have a
screw
feeling
it.
you like you got a thing for legs, Fawaz. You got a thing for spin kicks.
So I'm black, as you know. For the people that don't know, that haven't guessed already, I'm black.
Holy shit! No way.
And yes, I'm not. Forget. I'm playing right into the stereotypes here. Chun-Li's got them thighs, and I like me some thighs. So yeah, there you go, Chun-Li. It's out there.
Oh God.
For Guy, I'm so sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's all good. We all have our comfort zones. It's all good. As far as kill, very obvious. Lightning. That game would be so improved if she just wasn't there.
Oh, you skipped one. You skipped Mary.
Well, no. But I'm just saying I would kill Lightning, and then I'm gonna ask you what character you would do, and then we'll go down.
Okay. Yeah. I saw that coming. Lightning. So for me, it's a tough one because I hate a lot of video game companies. I hate a lot of developers, but I don't hate a lot of characters.
Really?
Because most of the characters just don't have character, so it's very difficult to hate them. But if I had to pick somebody, it'd probably be, you know what? Zero. Because screw Zero. This has nothing to do with the character in Mega Man. There we go. This is Zero from Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. One of the most broken characters I've ever had to deal with in my life. So yes, if you left me with Zero in a room, I would choke him to death. I would.
It's like he's the nicest guy ever, and then you just like, your mechanics are terrible. Stop.
His mechanics are terrible, and I would murder Zero, straight up, choke him to death. So yeah, that's who I pick. Cheap ass, broken ass, bullshit ass robot. Yeah. So the last one would be marry.
Yeah. I'm gonna take. I don't know, because I like. It gets into the really dumb category of like, what do I ship? like. But honestly, like I guess you could say a tie because I don't know, because it's like, I mean, there's certain ships I really like. I really like fucking the Persona. I like the Aegis romance route because Aegis is a fucking badass and she's great. But that would be kind of hard because she's a robot and it'd also be kind of creepy. So I'm just gonna pick the less creepy response, and I'm gonna go with the alien with no face. I'm gonna go with Talizora from Mass Effect.
Oh, yeah, Talizora.
Yeah, Talizora. Just because, fuck, when I played Mass Effect 2, I was like, God damn, she's adorable.
She's really adorable.
Oh.
I can't even hate on you for
so
that
I would go with Talizora. How about you, Fawaz?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to preface this, right? Because I'm not about to pull some R. Kelly shit on the podcast, right?
Oh shit! Here we go.
Yeah, like where this is going already. So Talon, the character from Soul Calibur.
Okay.
In the game, she's young, right? But at this point, she would be a lot older, right?
Okay, so canonically, she's older. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because Talon was one of my favorite characters in that game. I used her and I used Astera. You know, it's funny. The obvious choice should be Elfelt, right? The character that I play in Guilty Gear, because she's literally a bride.
Yeah. Yeah, she's already pumped and ready to go. All right, Fawaz, let's do this.
Elfelt is way too obvious, so I'm gonna go with Talon. Talon was one of my favorite characters in that game. I just loved the way she fought. I loved the tonfas that she used, and I mean she got a little annoying with always the wind guide me, all that bullshit. Yeah. But hey, I mean she would. But yeah, if an older Talon is who I would marry. I mean, okay, if I'm being honest here, I'm celibate, so who I would marry should be Chun-Li, but just for the sake of diversity, I'm gonna go with Talon. So yeah, Chun-Li, Zero, and Talon. Notice how every single character I picked here is in relation to a fighting game.
Yeah, I can tell. It seems to be a common occurrence.
A common theme here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be very mad because there's probably some obvious answers for these questions that I completely overlooked. But off the top of my head, this is the answers that I'm gonna give you. And
James Vega, that's the guy. Okay, sorry, I just wanted
Who?
James Vega from Mass Effect 3. That's the guy.
Okay, I never played 3, so I don't know. Who did you say you would marry again? Sorry.
Talizora.
Talizora, right? Yeah, she's pretty adorable.
Yeah, she's adorable.
So I look forward to hearing the replies from all our viewers, Jason especially. But yeah, Lobster Monk, if Lobster Monk can hit us up with some replies on these questions, I'd like to hear as many replies.
I'm sure Alex wouldn't be uncomfortable with this question. Absolutely.
At all. Oh
no,
my, that was that.
I'm disappointed. You know what? I should have grabbed him to be on the podcast because I would have loved to see his reaction. Maybe next time. You know what, J Streets? You got to save a question for when Alex is on the podcast. You got to save a nice, uncomfortable one just for him.
Yeah, thank you very much for that question, Jason. That made me extraordinarily uncomfortable. So thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
thank you guys. We're starting the year strong. We're strong right out of the gate. So if you'd like to leave a comment or question, we'll make sure to answer in the next podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, this was William Liberty and
Fawaz Muhammad Yusuf.
And we'll see you guys next time.